Hey Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA. Lineup for yesterday by Ogden Ash. A is for Alex, the great Alexander. More goose eggs he pitched than a popular gander. B is for Bresnahan, back of the plate. The Cubs were his love and McGraw his hate. C is for Cobb, who grew spikes not corn and made all the basemen wish they weren't born. D is for Dean, the grammatical diz. When they asked who's the tops, said correctly I is. E is for Evers, his jaw in advance, never afraid to tinker with chance. F is for Fordham, and Frankie and Fish. I wish he were back with the Giants, I wish. G is for Gehrig, the pride of the stadium, his record pure gold, his courage pure radium. H is for Hornsby. When pitching to Raj, the pitcher would pitch, then the pitcher would dodge. I is for me, not a hard-hitting man, but an outstanding all-time, incurable fan. J is for Johnson, the big train in his prime. was so fast he could throw 3 strikes at a time. K is for Keeler, as fresh as green paint, the fastest and mostest to hit where they ain't. L is for La Jolla, whom Clevelanders love, Napoleon himself with glue in his glove. M is for Matty, who carried a charm in the form of an extra brain in his arm. N is for Newsom, Bobo's favorite Ken. You ask how he's here, he talked himself in. O is for Ott, of the restless right foot. When he leaned on the pellet stay put. P is for Plank, the arm of the A's. When he tangled with Matty, games lasted for days. Q is for Don Quixote, Cornelius Mack. Neither Yankees nor years can halt his attack. R is for Ruth, to tell you the truth. There's no more to be said, just R is for Ruth. S is for Speaker, swift center field tender. When the ball saw him coming, it yelled, I surrender. T is for Terry, the giant from Memphis, whose 400 average you can't overemphasize. U would be Ubel if Carl wore a Cockney, but we say Hubble in baseball like football in Rockney. V is for Vance, the Dodgers' very own Dazzy. None of his rivals could throw as fast as he. W, Wagner, the bow-legged beauty, short, closed to all traffic with Honus on duty. X is the first of 2 X's in Fox, who was right behind Ruth with his powerful socks. Y is for Young, the magnificent sigh. People battled against him, but I never knew why. Z is for Zenith, the summit of fame. These men are up there. These men are the game. Lineup for yesterday, Ogden Ash, January 1949, Sport Magazine. Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom.
Armchair.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Welcome here on Braves Country Radio. You're listening live as we march closer to crowning a champion. I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside and get ready for what should be a great day in baseball. We'll go over the lineups as the game goes on. Make sure to like and subscribe and become a member today. Jump in the chat. Tell us where you hail from, as roll call is on the way. Buckle up, boys and girls. It's time for pitch by pitch, play by play, the classic call of baseball.
Get this bus moving.
Stop.
Come back.
Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
Good evening, everybody. Charlie, I don't know if you saw the message we put up, but we did get those stickers made. I know it's got the 4x6. It's a bunch of different. I want to say 4 or 5 different sizes that you were asking about last night. You could just go there and choose from it. Good to see you, Uncle Charlie and Raymond. Everybody loves Raymond. A&W. Little root beer in the house, as was. Good to see you. Chop Shop, John. Who else do we have in here so far? On a Saturday night, USA taking on Great Britain. James Fisher King. Roy Alpita. R81, good to see you. I haven't had to check any of the news today, R81. Thanks for the heads up. Mr. Robert Sharpton, come on down, and Jameson Taylor. Joe Rowe in the house tonight. Scooby-Doo! Braden. We haven't mentioned you. Jump in the chat. Try to hit. Oh, there's Richard Talley. Thought I'd seen that earlier. So we're just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play. I'm assuming that they're going to get this thing started at the right time. You know, they had a college basketball game on the same channel that ran a little late, but I don't know why that would change anything. I was just a little surprised that they didn't go straight to pregame on that. Instead, they were talking about some other college basketball game that was on. So I'm assuming they've moved over. I haven't been able to look up the screen here in the last couple of minutes. We're just about set. We got a new scoreboard we're going to try out tonight. I think it's going to be much better. So as soon as it hits up, we will bring it up. We've got it pulled up. We're just waiting for it to load, and I'm not sure if it's something that we're going to have to reload at the beginning of first pitch. We used this scoreboard a long time ago, and I kind of forgotten about it, and it looks like the bugs are knocked out of it. We were experimenting it with it. Did anybody see that Ozzie Albies home run? Holy cow. Walk-off home run. Denmark. Pretty cool. Real quick on the starting lineups as we get ready here. United States appears to be the home team tonight. They were the away team yesterday. So leading off for the... Let me go ahead and get this music killed. There we go. See if those levels are a little better. Leading off for Great Britain, it'll be Eaton in center field. Batting second, playing second, Jazz Chisholm. Batting third behind the plate will be Ford. And Murray is batting cleanup and playing first. Robinson is in left, batting fifth. Johnson at third. Batting sixth, Wiley, the designated hitter, is batting seventh. Chris Thompson, the right fielder, is batting eighth, and Lewis is batting ninth and at short. On the bump for the United States will be Tarek Skubal. It's the only start he's going to have this WBC. My guess is go about 4 innings. And we're just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, waiting for the screen to load. And as soon as it does, we'll be ready to roll. United States wearing their white jerseys top to bottom, the home whites. USA across the chest in blue with the U and A and red S white stripes. It's supposed to resemble the stripes on the American flag. looks like we're ready to roll, so we didn't even have to mess around with anything here. I like this option. We're going to change the view on it so you can see get it scrolled up a little bit so you can see the strike zone. There we go. I don't believe this one jumps around like the other one did. We are just about set for pitch by pitch, play by play, the classic call. Radio baseball. Leading off for Great Britain, first pitch swinging, and that ball is thwacked high and deep, sitting dead red. Did that leave the yard? It goes off the wall, and they're going to throw it into second base. I guess that's a leadoff double. Looks like the ball just stayed in, and holy Toledo. Tarek Skubal threw just a little get-me-over fastball. They're gonna look at this, I believe. They do have replay on this. It looked like it may have went over that line, but have not seen a replay yet. That's just on the dead look from, let's see, high in the sky. And, yeah, that's going to be a home run. That is going to be a home run for Great Britain. They lead it 1-0. I don't know why they're taking this many looks at it. Unless my eyes are deceiving me. It looked like the ball hit the top of the, just above the yellow line. There's another vantage point that they're showing that didn't look as much as a foregone conclusion. But if you look at it dead straight, unless it tapped something else before it went up there, I think that it's going to be a leadoff home run for Great Britain and Eaton. Eaton, the batter. Standing on second right now, Nate Eaton, 29-year-old. And they are going to go ahead and call it a home run. And just like that, it's 1-0. Bad guys. So just like last night, the leadoff batter gets a solo shot. You got to like the Great Britain home run celebration. They put a red coat and they put one of the guards' helmets on top of them. Lefty-lefty matchup now. Jazz Chisholm, swing and a miss coming out of his shoes. It's 0-1. Chisholm digging in, the pitch, swing and a miss, slider. It's 0-2. I have no idea if my call is going to be on point with this scoreboard. Maybe a touch ahead or behind, but it's much better than the one we were using last night, the 0-2. Looked like he punched him out on the inner track. He did. Bad camera work by Fox, but strike three, one away. I don't know who tells these producers that on an important pitch to put the shaky camera behind the home plate. The first pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. On the changeup, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup. Harry Ford, the batter. Check swing. Did not go around. 1-1. So 1-1 count. Harry Ford, 23-year-old from Atlanta, Georgia. The 1-1 swing and a miss, 1-2. Went to North Cobb High School in Kennesaw, Georgia, and he is currently in the Washington Nationals system. He came over from Seattle on a big trade last year as the 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. 2-2. He's one of the bigger names as far as prospects in all of baseball that is in this classic. The 2-2 pitch swing pops it up 97 miles an hour in on the fist, and it's going to be F5 on your scorecard. Bregman with the catch. 2 down. Left to right across the outfield for the United States, it's going to be Anthony. PCA and Aaron Judge. Buxton not in the lineup tonight. And around the horn, left to right, third to first, it'll be Bregman. Henderson, Gunnar Henderson is at short, and Ernie Clement is at second tonight. That's a new twist. As the first pitch is off the plate wide, it's 1-0. Bryce Harper back at first, and Will Smith, not Cal Raleigh, behind the plate. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball right there, 97. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Great Britain leads it 1-0. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. Swing, rips it up the middle, and that's going to be a 6-3 putout, and that'll end the inning. But not before Great Britain puts one on the board. We'll be back in a flash. 1-0 your score. The Redcoats are coming. The Redcoats are coming. It's time to grab the sticks when we return.
Do you see how that's incredibly offensive?
Yes, I do. That's why I said it.
Just because I'm not doing anything doesn't mean I'm not busy. Doing nothing is a very thought out, planned activity for me. So
if we continue to accommodate, continue to back and retreat, where then is the road to peace? Well, it's a simple answer after all. You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to take the last step into 1,000 years of darkness. Eventually, we have to face the final demand, the ultimatum. The martyrs of history were not fools, and our honored dead didn't die in vain.
Hi, y'all. It's time for Appalachian Word of the Day. The word of the day is marinara. How fast do you think that car get up to? About 120 marinara?
I love my wife to death, but don't ask questions you don't want answers to. She asked me this morning if I would take a bullet for her. Would I take a bullet for you? Yes, but we both know that you are 100% the reason we're getting shot at in the first place.
Philly was known as a great sports town if you performed. If you didn't perform, they would boo you in a minute.
Sports fans in other cities enjoy sports. Sports fans in Philadelphia derive their life's joy from the outcome of games from their teams.
If you're associated with the Philadelphia media or town, you look for the negatives. I don't know if there's something about their upbringing, or they have too many hoagies, or too much cream cheese.
I think they appreciated him, but they wanted to see more emotions on your sleeve. I'm not saying he didn't want to win. He wanted to win as bad as I did, as bad as Bull did, as bad as anybody. But he kept things bottled up a lot. And I think he got punished for that by the fans.
You bum! You stink! You stink, you bum!
What's for dinner? Hey, chef, what's for dinner?
Welcome back. Tyler Viza be the pitcher for Great Britain as he faces Kyle Schwarber leading off. Fastball high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. It's going to be Kyle Schwarber, the designated hitter, followed by Bregman batting second, playing third. Aaron Judge, all rise, is batting third and in right. The 1-0 pitch, swing hit hard on the ground. Backhanded by Jazz. He's got plenty of time as Schwarber makes it down the line. 4-3, one away. Batting cleanup behind Judge will be Bryce Harper, who's the first baseman. Will Smith batting fifth. He's had a flair for the dramatics in October. We'll see if he can do it in March. Gunnar Henderson of the Baltimore Orioles will be over at short and batting sixth. Roman Anthony, the Roman Candle, is back in left for the Boston Red Sox. And Clement is batting eighth and at second base. First pitch to Alex Bregman, the new Chicago Cub. Misses off the plate. It's 1-0. PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong is in center field and batting ninth. The 1-0 pitch up top. We're going to call that a high strike. There is no ABS challenge in the WBC. It's 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Dixon fires. Another high strike. I mean, he is calling these high. It's one thing when you get one of them possibly, but that is back to back. So a 1-2 count, high and out of the zone. That time you got the call right. If you're looking at that zone on the screen, they're really just calling it where it's being called, not where it is in the zone. The 2-2. Swing! Slices it foul down the right field line. We'll do it again. 1-0 your score. Great Britain with the solo shot, leadoff home run, just like last night for Brazil. Difference was the United States had a 2-0 lead at the time. Tonight, we're batting second. The 2-2. Swing, rips it over to third. Line drive. L5 in your scorecard. An atom ball to Johnson at third. One away. Two down, and Aaron Judge, all rise, gets up to the plate. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Kicks and fires. Misses outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Pulled the change up. It's 1-2. Supposedly, Byron Buxton is okay. When he was pulled for precautionary reasons last night, and they're just giving him the night off like I kind of expected, as the 1-1 pitch is chopped into the hole. Good grab over there by Johnson, turns and spins and gets Judge with ease, 5-3 on the putout. So after the solo shot, Great Britain sends the United States down in order, 1-2-3. We'll be back in a flash. Top of the second we go here in the WBC.
God, when people tell me you're going to regret that in the morning, I sleep till noon because, I'm a problem solver.
My dentist was like, nope, not standard procedure to get general anesthesia for a teeth cleaning. But I love going to the dentist. You get to tell them that you floss every day, and then they floss you and your gums bleed. And then they know you're a liar. And you get to have a suction tube that sucks the inside of your cheek. And they go, raise your hand if it hurts. And then they stop, and then they just keep going. And you get to lie in a chair and stare directly into the strongest lamp on planet Earth. And they wait until you have 7 instruments in your mouth before they ask you a question. And their cleaning pick device strikes every nerve on your teeth. And the whole experience is just uncomfortable. I love going to the dentist.
AIDS, I got AIDS, we're coming through. Yeah, sorry, I'm the doctor, my patient's gotta get to the front of the line because he has AIDS.
Got the AIDS.
Got it from a gay guy in the 80s.
I'm not gay, there's 2 kind of AIDS, there's the AIDS and the needle-based AIDS. No AIDS are bad, there's no good AIDS, but I'm telling you, like I said, this is not the gay AIDS.
Philly is a blue-collar, passionate, we want to see your heart every game, every at-bat, and Mike was not like that.
Fans, they want to see the human side of people, and that's where the vulnerability comes in. You have to open yourself up and let people see that. And he was very good at keeping people from seeing inside.
You're trying your damnedest. You strike out and they boo you. I act like it doesn't bother me, like I don't hear anything the fans say, but the truth is I hear every word and it kills me.
I mean, it hurt me because this is my idol. This is the best player in the game. Why would you boo this guy?
Can you imagine Mike Schmidt being so successful and yet sometimes it wasn't enough? And then you start thinking, what is enough?
That's an interesting question.
Welcome back. See, James getting some shrimp and hush puppies together tonight. Someone said they had pizza. I forget who. Richard's got pizza. Lefty-righty matchup is Robinson, the batter, swing and a miss. Upstairs, 4-seam fastball, bringing the heat. It's 0-1. 1-0 your score. Great Britain over the United States. Here we're just getting going here in the top of the second inning. I don't know what Willie's is, but that's what Robert says he's eating. The 0-1 right there at the knee zone, too. I'm assuming it's some kind of a sandwich joint. The 0-2 count. Check swing. In the dirt, 2-2. John Johns with the meatball sliders and French onion soup. The 1-2 pitch, check swing, dribbles it over to first, and that's going to be an easy G3 by Bryce Harper, one away. Scrolling through the answers here, or comments, and someone was asking if these are actual British-born players. There are some, but typically all you need to qualify, I mean, we saw it last night, is that someone in your family has the heritage of that country. That's why you saw Japanese-born players playing for Brazil last night. First pitch on the way is chopped over to third. It's going to be a 5-3 putout, 2 down. Two down. First pitch on the way to Justin Wiley. Drops a curveball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Out of the zone. 1-1. 1-1 count. Skubal lets it rip. Swing and a miss. 96 upstairs. 1-2. If you had to use players that were currently playing in their home country, you would only have about 10 countries that could actually do this. Is the 1-2, check swing, went around. Strike 3, that'll end the inning. So Skubal settles down. Now the U.S. has got to get some runs for Tarek Skubal. It's 1-0. The GBR on top of the USA.
Hi, y'all. It's time for Appalachian Word of the Day. The word of the day is diesel. Don't worry about buying me a new pair of pants. Diesel fit.
You know, I normally don't root against teams because I think that's not the. I don't give a rat's ass who win these games. Of what? I just want to say, so I never root. I don't care who wins. I mean, I just want the season to be over so we can go play golf and fish.
All right, let's.
But I root. The Lakers are such wussies. It's just really pissing me off. And I got to tell you something.
Oh no! Hey, we've got a guest standing by.
Well, the Lakers still suck when we get back from this interview.
Okay.
Hey, where's that Miami Dolphins ornament I sent you? You didn't hang it up?
I got my Jets ornament up there.
So?
So? I'm not going to cancel out my Jets ornament with the freaking Dolphins.
What are you, crazy? One ornament doesn't cancel out another.
They're both in the AFC East.
Mike Schmidt was born and raised in Dayton, Ohio, where he grew up to be a star athlete in 3 sports: baseball, basketball, and football. But a left knee injury his sophomore year ended his football career in high school. And when he later needed surgery on his right knee too, it looked like any dreams of playing sports beyond that were over.
So I started thinking about, well, what am I going to do with my life? And I went to school to become an architect. That was the one subject in high school that I really enjoyed. So that's one of the reasons that I went to Ohio University. I saw myself as an architect, like Jason Alexander on Seinfeld.
But Schmidt did try out for Ohio's baseball team, and he made it as a walk-on his freshman year, before becoming the Bobcats' starting shortstop as a sophomore.
That was the turning point in my baseball life, where that job opened up for me to play shortstop on the varsity team, and from that point on, I became a player.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Bryce Harper, the batter. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way from Liza. swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-1. So I found a little faster feed. Man, you wouldn't believe the stuff I have in this studio, but I remembered because I noticed that this scoreboard's a little ahead of what we were seeing on the stream. Is he 0-1? Misses off the plate, 1-1. Anyways, after noticing that, I remember that I have this little rabbit ear one is the 1-1 pitch, swings, slices it foul. It's 1-2. It's going to line up more for what we've got going on here. So if the game's on Fox, we're good to go. 1-2 count. I'm just sometimes at the mercy of if a bird flies in front of my rabbit ears. Good to see Iron Lung. The 1-2. In down below the knees. Ball 2-2-2. 2-2 count. Brings it. And that changeup's off the plate. Ball 3. Standing on deck is Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of L.A. Is the payoff pitch. Swing, lifts it high and deep. Going back on the track. Deep into center field, but not quite getting enough. F8 in your scorecard. Catch made out there by Eaton, who did hit a home run. One away. One up, one down, and Will Smith comes to the plate. Moving to the on-deck circle is Henderson. Anthony in the hole. First pitch on the way is up top for a strike. It's 0-1. I don't really worry about that until regular season, but I'm just letting y'all know that so that in case you're following along at home, you're like, wait a minute, he jumped ahead. It's because I changed the device I'm looking at at the break. The 0-1 pitch. Swing, lifts it. High and deep into right field. And did he make that catch at the wall, diving over the top? He did. What a catch out there by Thompson. Holy Toledo. Wow, Trace Thompson, whose brother is in the NBA and has played, Trace has for the Dodgers for years off and on. We've seen him quite a bit. And he just made a spectacular grab, stealing a home run. Wow. Trace Thompson is out of Los Angeles, California. First pitch on the way is slider. Looked like it hit the zone, but called for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Gunnar Henderson takes a fastball right down the pipe. It's 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Pitch on the way is high and inside. Calling it the sinker. Ball 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Biza brings it, swings, slaps it through the hole, and finally we got something going here. It's a 2-out single by the United States here to get things going here in the bottom of the second inning. Hard hit ball. I mean, we've hit a couple of balls really hard, just haven't gotten any luck so far in that one. Banged through the 4-3 slot. That'll bring Roman Anthony to the plate. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way to Anthony. Takes a strike, change up at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. 1-0 your score. If you're just joining us, Great Britain with a solo shot to lead the game off. There must be a book on our starters saying sit dead red on the first batter, because back-to-back nights is the 0-1 down and in, 1-1. Back-to-back nights, solo shots by the opponent of the United States. 1-1 count. Visa, 26th pitch of the night, brings it. Misses, ball 2, 2-1. 2-1 count. One to nothing your score. The British over the Americans is they're going to flip it over to first real quick. That was a pretty good move, but Henderson slid on the back end of the bag and got back in time. Phil missed the exhibition spring training game today. Atlanta blew a 2-0 lead in the ninth and ended up being a tie. Is the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2. A little Grapefruit League action. Deuces wild here, bottom of the second. A 2-2 count, 2 outs. Anthony digging in. The 28th pitch of the night for Visa. And the right-handed hurler brings the glove up and swing. That ball's chopped down the first base line, but just goes foul. We'll do it again. The 2-2. As Anthony steps out of the box. Digs back in. Pinwheels that bat, and here's the pitch. Swing! Just dribbles it foul down the first base line. We'll do it again. So nothing else. He's making them work. Great Britain 1, USA nothing. Bottom of the second inning. The 2-2. Sinker inside. Full count now, which means the runner at first will be off and running. Anything that gets down into the gap should tie the game. The payoff pitch, runner goes, swing. That ball is smoked through the hole. That's going to get down into center field. Going first to third with ease. United States got runners at first and third. Runners on the corners. There are 2 outs, but something cooking here in the second inning. Hard hit ball, a worm burner. And coming to the plate now is Ernie Clement. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Quick powwow on the mound. Everybody goes back to their respective positions. And Clement Stands in. You got a righty-righty matchup. Runners on the corners. Infield is back and playing it honest with 2 outs. First pitch is a slider up top. Hanging slider. It's 0-1. Better be careful with that pitch. The 0-1. Flips it up there. Swing. That ball's hit on the ground hard over there to third. But I'll tell you what, that third baseman for Great Britain, Johnson, is flashing some leather. 5-3 after he goes to the ground and scoops it up, flips it to first, and we'll head to break. Exciting game so far. 1-0 your score, but a lot of hard hits all over the yard.
You're my 32nd lover.
You ain't been with that many men, Haley.
No. My 32nd lover.
Were you ever crazy about somebody back in the day? I'm talking like 20 or 30 years ago. Only to see them now and think to yourself, I'm glad I missed that boat.
Why does beer taste so much better on a Friday? It's like it knows.
If they caused you to open your notes app, they ain't it. Now for the back row. If they caused you to open your notes app, move on.
Specs feet smell like hot dog water.
I can't help it. They're always sweaty.
I think it's important to go do social activities once in a while so you can remember why you prefer staying at home.
I went on to become All-Mid-American Conference player and an All-American, and I kept seeing more scouts in the stands at Ohio University, and my confidence rose. And I just felt all of a sudden like it was a real possibility that I might get drafted.
He'd be the first pick in the second round of the 1971 draft for the Philadelphia Phillies, then the lowliest franchise in baseball.
You have to understand that Philadelphia, in the era he played in, nobody had ever won anything. The Phillies had never won a World Series. They were the losingest franchise in the history of the sport.
And here's Schmidt coming in as a guy who they hope can be the savior. They hope can be the answer, the focal point, the foundation of a team that will win and bring that first championship to Philadelphia.
After a quick cameo in the big leagues in 1972, the highly touted prospect got the Phillies' starting third baseman job in 1973, but he struggled in the role.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Scooble goes back to work. First pitch is right there on the outer edge. Called for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Change up off the plate. 1-1 pitch. Drifts the pitch just below the knees. Ball 2-1. So 2-1 count. 1-0 your score. Great Britain leads the United States. Top of the third is the 2-1 swing and a miss, 2-2. Forgot how much Rosenthal likes to be on camera. It's like, dude, the 2-2 swing and a miss, strike three. Got him with the high heat, one away. It's not by accident. That's a part of his contract. And when he does these games on Fox, like, that's all you see is him going over trying to get these goofy interviews. He's not even facing the camera, by the way, for those of y'all who are just listening on radio going down the road. Lefty-righty matchup, first pitch on the way, swing, fouls it away. It's 0-1. Lewis, the batter, number 9 hitter for Great Britain, Ian Lewis Jr. Hit .278 in the minor leagues last year, 6 home runs. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. Lewis is in the Miami Marlins organization. 0-2. Swing, chopper, back behind the plate. We'll do it again. Great Britain 1, USA nothing. Top of the third inning, Skubal, his 30th pitch of the night. Swing, fist it back foul. We'll do it one more time. It's the only start you're going to get from Skubal in the World Baseball Classic. After this, he's going back to Detroit. He's going to be a free agent next year, set to make, most people believe, somewhere around $400 million. And his agent, Scott Boras, does not want him getting hurt, as you can imagine. The 0-2's bang back foul. It's going to hit the free agent market at a weird time, though, because it's going to be a lockout. And we all know what that did to contracts last time. But evidently, according to reports, Detroit has massively lowballed him on an extension, the 0-2. Punches that towards the right side, but foul over the first base line. One to nothing your score, top of the third. Here's the windup, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. 99 miles an hour, just above the letters. 2 down. Good pitch there by Tarek Skubal. Fourth strikeout of the night for Skubal. First pitch to Eaton, who hit a home run his first time up. Misses high for a ball. It's 1-0, the 1-0. Swing, rolls it over towards short. It's going to be a tough play, 6-3. Nope, bad throw by Gunnar Henderson. He throws it into the foul territory. Bryce Harper tried to get the scoop on it, but it'll go into the crowd, and it'll be an E6. Runner goes to second. I'd say your better gloveman over there at first base, a Matt Olson or Freddie Freeman type, is going to make that play. They're at least going to knock it down. Remember, Harper was originally an outfielder before the injury to his arm. First pitch on the way is just off the plate wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup. Jazz Chisholm, the batter. Runner at second. 2 outs. They'll be running on the pitch. The 2-0, or 1-0, excuse me. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Clay Holmes, the New York Mets, is warming up in the bullpen. He's a reliever turned starter last year, so he's very familiar with coming out of the pen. The 1-1 pitch. Swing. Knocks that foul. First base side. Will do it again. Skubal at 38 pitches, and from my understanding, right around that 45 mark is about all he's going to go. So we were talking about possibly 4 innings earlier. That's probably not realistic unless he gets very, very economical. The 1-2. Just misses slider just off the plate. And do it again. And as far as trying to win this championship and do something, I would have told Skubal, why don't you wait one more week and come see us in the postseason? As the slider misses high and out of the zone 3-2. I mean the next round. I said postseason, but I meant the elimination round. So runner at second, full count. Jazz digging in. Skubal steps off the rubber for a second. Pushes his sleeves. Comes set. Looks in to Smith and brings it. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the 98 off the plate, and that'll end the inning. We'll be back in a flash. Probably Skubal's last pitch. 1-0 Great Britain. Bottom of the third we go, and it's our turn to swing the heavy hits.
Do y'all ever wonder why we don't have giant drones and crazy flying over West Virginia? It's because we would have shot it down and stripped it for copper.
Dad, is there a reason Mom is just mad in her office right now?
Well, I'm sure she thinks there is.
Well, she's in there knocking stuff over, and I'm sure you have something to do with it.
I'm sure I do too.
Well, you gonna tell me what's going on, or what?
Last week she had to make an appointment for some event she wanted to do in Vegas. She was making hotel reservations, and I told her she had the wrong weekend, and she told me to shut up, I was stupid, and stay in my lane. So, mind my own business.
Okay, and what happened?
And this week she found out that she had the wrong weekend, the wrong hotel, and when she tried to switch it around, it's all booked up solid.
So she's mad at herself.
You think she's in her office mad at herself, yelling? No.
Okay, well then who's she mad at?
She's mad at me.
Why? You tried to help her.
Because she told me, hey, you're supposed to know when to stay in your lane, and you're supposed to know when not to stay in your lane and help me out.
Okay, then how are you supposed to tell her she's wrong without her getting more mad?
How do I know that? As soon as I figure that out, I'll let her know her boxes of Amazon products are out front in the grass getting rained on for the past 2 hours after she lectured me on what a sunny day today was supposed to be.
I'm blown away by the amount of people on my last post that keep commenting that it's a felony to shoot down the alien drones, as if anybody who would actually shoot down an alien drone and strip it for copper gives a if it's a felony.
In the minor leagues, obviously he was such a great athlete, he dominated. But in the big leagues, it doesn't happen overnight.
I wasn't able to make the necessary adjustments as a hitter. I hit under 200, under the Mendoza line, as they say, 196.
1973, the Phillies are playing the Dodgers, and my brother's a pitcher for the Phillies, my brother Kim. So my family goes to the game, and Schmitty struck out 3 times or something. And my brother John, he says, God, that Mike Schmidt's terrible. He's terrible. And my brother Ken says to him, he says, you wait, this guy is going to be really, really good.
Welcome back. One to nothing your score. First pitch on the way. Start off the inning is swung on and chopped down the first base side. PCA, 1 pitch, 1 out. Great job. PCA last year started off extremely hot and was just scalding through the summer, and then the back half of the season he couldn't hit his weight. He couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. As the first pitch on the way to Kyle Schwarber's right there for a strike, it's 0-1. And he is a very good glove man, but when I saw they added him to the roster, I wondered, like, is this a smart move or not, as the pitch is way outside the zone. That'll even up the count. 1-1. Schwarber at the plate. Standing on deck is Bregman. Judge is in the hole. 1-1. Swing. Dribbled over to first, and that's going to be an easy 3-1, and quickly 2 down here in the third. They were much more patient last night at the plate. Now tonight it almost seems like they're all trying to hit a 6-run home run every time they come up. Alex Bregman, the batter. I thought it was odd when they put Schwarber at the leadoff position. Why not have Judge hit right behind him? That would be a nightmare for a pitcher to start the game off like that. First pitch on the way is right there. Strike, it's 0-1. And then you could have had Harper in the 3 spot and Bregman in the 4. It'll be interesting to see if they are available off the bench as the 0-1 pitch. Out and away, 1-1. Mainly if Buxton's available off the bench to swing the bat. My guess is they're going to try to preserve him for Monday night. 1-1 count. but you will have Bobby Witt Jr. and Cal Raleigh to deploy. The 1-1 swing. Smacks the changeup down the third base side, but plenty foul. So a 1-2 count. Great Britain leads the United States 1-0. Pitch outside, way outside, wide 2-2. The 2-2 pitch to Bregman is swung on and lifted into right field, drifting back, making the catch at the wall for a loud out number 3. U.S. going quietly once again. Will go to the top of the 4th, trailing by a run to Great Britain.
It's time for Appalachian Word of the Day. The word of the day is anemone. I was walking up and down the stairs all day yesterday. Anemone started hurting.
Nipply out. I mean nippy out. What did I say? Nipple? There is a nip in the air, though.
Brian, I'm going to single you out. You are only supposed to be taking 1 to 2 snacks per day.
Okay, the snacks in the office are free, though. So what's...
Technically, they are free, but you're not supposed to be taking 20 bags of Doritos at a time.
Okay, that wasn't me. I didn't take...
Actually, it was. Head of security, could you please roll the tapes?
Got this on September 15th around 7:30 in the morning.
I mean, you're chugging a beer, you're tossing all of the snacks in the cupboard into your knapsack. This is just outrageous.
Okay, this is like one time, 2 months ago, whatever. Like, I don't know what the...
No, bro, I see you doing this on camera all the time. This is not your first offense.
Did you take all of my gluten-free chips?
Wait, none of this would be an issue if you just paid me more, honestly. Like,
We pay you more than enough.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Do I have low-income white girl eyes and trailer park cheekbones? That is a bit concerning.
So at least the potential was there in '73, and the year proved to be pivotal for Schmidt off the diamond as well.
I met my beautiful wife at the end of the 1973 season, having lunch at a place where she was working.
He came in after a golf game with Steve Carlton, and I think his name was Barry Lurch. I knew nothing about baseball. I'm the youngest of 4 girls and didn't care. As the place was basically empty, the waitress they had said, "There's somebody that wants to meet you." He had sunglasses on his head, he was flipping his clog off his foot, and he was just relaxed as can be. So of course I gave him my number. And we went out that weekend, and 3 weeks later we were engaged.
Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the country club today. One to nothing your score. Clay Holmes coming on for the U.S. Right-hander, 3.53 ERA last year, 129 strikeouts, 165 innings, but also 66 walks, so a 2-to-1 ratio, and that's not what you love to see. The first pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's on one. He was much better in the beginning of the season than he was down the stretch. The 0-1 swing. Dribbles it over to third, and Bregman's got to hurry, but he's got a good arm. Wham! He unleashes it, and it's a 5-3 putout. One away. One up, one down. Top of the 4th inning. Murray, the batter. Left-hander takes the first pitch from the right-handed Holmes. Off, up high and out away. It's 0-1. B.J. Murray, 26-year-old, 5'11", 205, from the Bahamas. Swings at the 0-1. It's 0-2. Drafted by the Cubs in 2021. He's currently with the Chicago Cubs. 0-2 count. He's only had 38 at-bats in the major leagues in his career. He plays sparingly towards the end as he pitches in the dirt. That'll make it 1-2. 1-2 count. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss, strike three. Nasty changeup. Pulled the string on that one, 2 away. Two up, 2 down here in the top of the fourth. First pitch up top for a strike. It's 0-1. What's that got to do with the price of nuggets in France? The 0-1. Outside wide 1-1. Richard says Carson Beck is from Jacksonville. There's a lot of people from Jacksonville. I can just tell you from knowledge of the joint, there's some rough areas. The 1-1 check swing, fouls it down, it's 1-2. When you say you live on the rough side of Jacksonville, that's pretty much a circle. 1-2 count. 1-0 your score. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. Trust me, I grew up on the west side. That was smooth. Whole family grew up over there. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Got him with the sinker, and Clay Holmes looks pretty good first time through the lineup. We'll see what the USA can put on the board here as we go to the bottom of the fourth, trailing by only 1.
Does someone want to tell me how the I'm supposed to buy a gift for a minimalist? What do? Take something away from them?
I'd just like to get on here and publicly apologize to my wife for marrying a second wife in her dreams. It really hurt her feelings, and I just can't believe that I would do such a thing in her dreams. I'm really sorry, my love. And I just want to apologize for yesterday when I was on my way home from work and I called her and asked her if she wanted anything, and she said nothing, and I actually got her nothing when I should have known that she wanted something.
You know what? I think men are better than women.
She's kidding.
No, I'm not. They provide for us, and we must obey them because they are our masters.
Stop it.
You'll never land a beau with that domineering tone.
I went to the doctor yesterday, and the nurse looked at me and said, "Step on the scale." And I looked at her and I was like, I was told there would be no fact checking here.
There may have been no hesitation about moving forward with Donna, but the reality was his baseball career seemed a lot more uncertain.
I very easily could have been sent back down to AAA for another year of seasoning, but at the end of that year, they made a decision to send me to Puerto Rico. Mechanically, I had to make some adjustments. I had to figure it out. So in Puerto Rican Winter League, I had a couple of at-bats that I decided to try to just take a nice easy swing at the ball, try and swing on balance at the ball. And sure enough, first time I tried it, I hit a double off the left center field fence. So I took that whole thinking of just take a nice, smooth, easy swing. You don't have to fall off balance. You don't have to try to pull the ball. Let the ball go where it's going to go all by itself. And after that, I think I really learned to gain confidence in myself. And after the 73 season, I was ready for 1974.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Najer Victor, the new right-hander coming on from Great Britain. As he faces Aaron Judge. First pitch is a fastball, P at the knees, 97 miles an hour. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Down and away, 1-1 count. Just remember, you, Andrus, whether you're speaking English, Spanish, whatever, if you're a douche, you're going. The 1-1. Outside wide, ball 2, 2-1. Welcome to Google Translate. The 2-1 pitch. Swing. Knocks it foul into the dugout, 2-2. Or should I say, adios, muchacho. No chatting for you. Aaron Judge clocked one out of the park last night as the 2-2. Check swing. Did he go around? They're going to ring him up, it looks like. One away. Great Britain leading this thing 1-0. We're in the fourth inning. Over-under in this game, by the way, was 15.5 as the first pitch is inside. Check swing. It's 0-1. Bryce Harper 0 for 1 on the day. Last night's game was 14.5, so tonight they were expecting even more fireworks. U.S. beat Great Britain 15-5. The 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, 1-1. USA 0, Great Britain 1. Bottom of the fourth inning. The pitch in the dirt. Bounces it to the backstop. We'll do it again. Two-one count to Harper. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. 97 miles an hour. This kid Victor's bringing it. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Blew it right by him. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, Bryce Harper. 24-year-old who is from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, no less. Drafted by the Angels in the 2024 draft. You know he'll be wearing that as a badge of honor on his chest. Right-hander now set to face Will Smith. Kicks and brings it. Pitch in the dirt, cutter. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Down and away. 2-0. 2-0 count. Great Britain 1, USA nothing. A solo shot by Great Britain in the first inning off of Scooble is the 2-0 pitch. Fastball misses high, 98 miles an hour. This kid's got a live arm. Showing that last year in the major leagues, he did show up for 3 innings for the Angels. This is the 3-0 pitch. Inside, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first, and a good patient at bat there by Will Smith to get things going. He pitched just 1 inning in all 3 of those games. He did not give up an earned run there either. Let's see if I can pull up the game log. It was against the Dodgers. It's the first pitch on the way. Is high and out of the zone, 97 miles an hour. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Dodgers, San Diego, and Arizona. Towards the end. Gunnar Henderson, 1 for 1 with the single on the day. 2 outs. The 1-0, they set up inside. Here's the pitch. Inside, slider. Like that was called for a strike. No idea if it actually was because the camera work is horrific. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swing. Laces it foul into the seats. 1-2. 1-2 count. One to 2, or 1-2 count, 1-0 your score, 2 outs. Runner at first. Here's the pitch. Swing. Smacks that foul. 97 mile an hour fastball on the outer edge. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. We'll do it again. The 1-2. Just got a piece of it in and out of the glove of the hind catcher back there. Ball just fell out of his glove, or that would have been strike 3. Runner at first and 2 outs. They just showed a Baltimore Oriole fan who I'm sure is rooting on Henderson. And he is plowed. The 1-2 high out of zone 2-2. Reminds me of a buddy of mine back home, but he is plowed and he looks like he's got like a diaper on his head and he's chugging a beer. I mean, you think of Animal House when you see this guy. The 2-2, 2 outs. Victor comes set and flips it up there. Just inside. Man, was that close. Great take by Henderson. And now the count is full, which means the runner will be on the move. Standing on deck is Roman Anthony. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Victor comes set, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. I'm starting to wonder whether or not they've got the the pitch clock working tonight, because this guy's taking a long time, and last night they were ringing dudes up left and right. We'll be back in a flash. Top of the 5th we go, trailing by 1.
Sometimes when I find myself in certain situations, I have to say to myself, Linda, don't be crazy. But my name's not Linda, so I'm going to get on that crazy train today. Choo-choo.
What the? Where the hell's the bucket?
What? I didn't go to KFC. I went to that new place, the Fresh and Healthy Chicken Cafe.
Fresh and Healthy Chicken Cafe?
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
A fresh, B healthy, C cafe.
Here, let me give you some money for the food.
No. Don't you pay her for this. Don't you reward her.
Like the first time I saw Shaq in person, I says, man, number one, damn, he ugly. But then I said, to see a dude that big, I'm ugly, that strong.
I didn't watch the whole game Thursday night because I was removing a fork from my eyeball. That was the worst football I have ever seen. I mean, I'm sitting there watching this 12-6 thriller. They should cancel Thursday night football. The players aren't ready to play. There's no preparation. There's a lot at stake, and what you see is sloppy football. We've been saying it for years.
Spring training is a time of new beginnings, and that's just what Mike Schmidt needed after spending much of '73 in Danny Ozark's doghouse.
Well, Danny and I didn't see eye to eye much, and he used to call me Dutch, which, as I understand, meant like dumb Dutchman. Of course, I didn't like that.
I said, you're going to hit the way I want you to hit, or you can take off. I says, your damn 198 average didn't impress me or anybody else, and your 245 average over there didn't impress me.
I'm in the batting cage one day, and I'm just taking a couple of swings, and Danny was standing behind the batting cage, and he said, Dutch, if you don't lay that bat flatter, in other words, lay it flatter like this, as opposed to how I naturally swing the bat, I'm going to send you out of here. I said, well, Danny, you can send me to AAA anytime you want, but I'm not laying my bat flat.
Welcome back. Clay Holmes back out there for a second inning of work. U.S. trails Great Britain 1-0. Johnson, Wiley, and Thompson do up the 6, 7, 8 hitters for Great Britain. First pitch on the way is a sweeper. Slaps it back foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing. Swats that back foul. We'll do it again. 0-2. So an 0-2 count. USA trailing by 1. It's 1-0. We're here in the top of the 5th inning. Clay Holmes, 14th pitch of the evening, comes set and tosses it high and out of the zone. Cutter, 1-2. U.S. is off tomorrow, and then Monday night's the big one in this pool is the 1-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3. Third strikeout of the night for Holmes. Be the USA versus Mexico, and they are looked upon as the second best team in this pool. The top 2 teams in the pool, in each pool, advance to the quarterfinals, where it becomes single elimination that begins on Friday. First pitch to Wiley, the designated hitter, right-handed bat, slaps it foul down the third base line. It's 0-1. Bangs it in the dirt, well outside the zone. 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Sweeper. Right there for a strike. It's 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Sweeper. Strike 3. 2 down. Clay Holmes looking pretty good right now. You'd think he could probably go 3, maybe even 4, depending on how stretched out he got in the spring. So we broke it down yesterday, but essentially what happens in these pools with the teams playing each other, there's 5 teams in each pool. They'll each play 4 games each against one another. As the first pitch to Trace Thompson's right there for a strike. It's 0-1, the 0-1. Kisses the black on the outer edge with the sweeper. It's 0-2. After everybody plays everybody, the 2 teams with the best records move on to the quarterfinals. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll end the inning. USA looking to try to get their second win of this WBC Pool B slot. When we return, the offense takes over here against Great Britain.
Shout out to all those who can remember their childhood or teenage phone numbers and cannot even remember the passwords they made yesterday. You're my kind of people.
To stay a Brave, did you take a deal that, hey, I want to bring back Smoltzy and Maddox and Glavine. I'm willing to take less in order to help the team do that?
Well, I was lucky that I never got to a spring training of a free agent year that I wasn't extended. I'm a firm believer that the grass is not always greener on the other side. I feel like whoever leaves the Braves clubhouse for free agency is not coming back. Once you're courted by big market teams and guys realize how much more money they can make, the Braves cannot compete with the big market clubs. I did not want to even have that temptation. I had Bobby Cox, I had John Sherholtz, I had a great roster throughout my whole career. I knew we were going to be competitive. I would have done anything, especially take a little less money to assure, my future and that we were going to be competitive here in Atlanta. So I don't know that for a fact, but I probably took less than I would have made on the free agent market.
Program, Philly yearbook, scorecard lineup, scorecard.
75 after a great 1974 season was unusual. I did get off to a slow start.
Mike Schmidt's struggles in 1975 would persist for most of the first half of the season, and for the first time in his career, he became a target for the fans.
The fans at the vet, they don't want to hear about slumps. I remember the times where he got booed. I remember you stink. That negative stuff stays with you.
He's very sensitive. Everyone wants to be loved, and they were harsh. And I'm a Philadelphian, so I know what harsh is.
You don't like it. It hurts. It hurts a lot. It feels like you've lost fan support. It feels like they don't care about you.
Welcome back. United States trails this one. One to nothing. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Righty-lefty matchup as Victor will come back out there for another inning to face Roman Anthony. First pitch on the way is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Typically just throws the 1 inning down in the minors, so we'll see how this plays out. He's at 23 pitches. The 1-0 pitch. Below the knees, bad call there by home plate umpire once again. 1-1. He's at a wide zone. He's calling it high and low. That pitch was probably, we'll say 2 or 3 inches low out of the zone. And remember, in the first inning, he called 2 consecutive balls strikes that were high out of the zone by about the same amount. The 1-1 count, swing and a miss, it's 1-2. Great Britain 1, USA nothing. 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. They don't put the the umpires' names out there look like they do during the regular season, so I really have no idea who that is umpiring. I could Google it, but the 2-2. Swing and miss, strike three, chase the slider down and away. One away. One down. Remember, Roman Anthony is at the WBC because Corbin Carroll got hurt. He was originally supposed to be in the outfield. Anthony was a late addition. I thought that was an odd one because he is just about half a season in to Major League Baseball. As the first pitch on the way is a check swing strike. It's 0-1. It's kind of, Mark DeRosa's kind of had some cocky additions to his roster, almost like it doesn't matter. As the 0-1 check swing went around Clement, it's 0-2. And nothing against Ernie Clement, but he shouldn't be starting for the United States at second base in the second game of the season, or second game of the tournament. They still have enough firepower to get to overcome the management, but it's a little surprising as the 0-2 swing roasted over towards third. That should be an easy 5-3, but it's a high throw, and Clement's going to beat it out. So after 4 very good plays over there by Johnson tonight, he'll have an E5. And the USA has someone on base. Maybe get Victor out of his comfort zone. The high throw, it's a miracle that ball didn't go to the dugout. As Clement beat it by, we'll say, a quarter step on that high throw. 1 on, 1 out. Marcelino, I think he's going to, looks like he's going to make a pitching change. He is. Victor gets 1 error on him, and they go and get him. All right, we'll be back in a flash. It's 1-0 Great Britain. The U.S. has something cooking here in the bottom of the 5th.
My therapist said I was a people pleaser, and I don't know how to tell her, like, where are these pleased people? She's not pleasing the peoples. There are no pleased peoples. Like, where?
Here's my interpretation of Diddy's lawyer in the courtroom. Your Honor, he was the bottom every time, I swear to God. 1,000 bottles of baby oil. He's got a persistent skincare routine. Hey, if there's one thing we can all agree on, it's that Costco is a treat. Huh? Am I right? Your Honor, my client can't even use oil. He's got a peanut allergy.
I know you pay me a lot of money. What do you want me to say? I'm not the one who bought 1,000 bottles of baby oil. You 2 goes a long way.
Your Honor, is this going on my record?
I went to go get my glasses today, and guess who I ran into? Everybody.
Hey, Frank, I'm giving this guy a handy under the table. Are you jealous?
She's mashing it. She does that. I'm very aroused. Very good.
What would we call you if you had a big thing?
Daddy.
Asleep, because you'd be dreaming.
It's like they don't understand how hard you were trying.
He cared deeply, and sometimes I don't think that resonated with the fans who were watching about how much he really cared.
He got to the point when he was having a hard time. We set up a batting cage kind of thing, very modest one in the garage, and he would be there till 3 a.m.
It was never that Mike Schmidt didn't care, but that he cared too much.
Mike Schmidt was trying to defend his home run title. Maybe he was trying too hard.
Mike Schmidt wasn't just a thinker, he was an overthinker. The whole process of how he was going to go about an at-bat became the recurring plot line of Mike Schmidt's career.
Welcome back. 1-0 your score. We're in the bottom of the 5th, and the USA, trailing by 1, has a runner at first and 1 out after an error by the third baseman for Great Britain, Johnson. And PCA comes to the plate, and the first pitch on the way is a cutter down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. You didn't have 1 out. I would say you'd almost be a good time to have PCA just drop a bunt, move the guy over, but then you really put it on with 2 outs. The 1-0, swing, slaps it. Oh, that's going to sneak down the right field line under the glove of the first baseman. And here comes the throw into the infield. And it's going to be a one-out double for PCA. How about that? Sometimes it's better be lucky than good, baby. That ball was hit on the right side of the infield. The first baseman over there, he was dancing to his right, and the ball was hit to his left. Had no chance to react. So Kyle Schwarber, the batter now. Righty-lefty matchup. 1 out, first pitch, swing and a miss. Chased a fastball high and out of the zone. So 1. Standing on deck is Bregman. This comes to where I was talking about earlier, but I don't know why they didn't put Judge at the number 2 spot. He typically hits second for the New York Yankees. Is the 0-1 in the dirt. Ball gets away, and it's going to kick away. And here comes the throw to the plate. No, he's going to hold on to it, and the United States puts one on the board. Tie game, 1-1. Wild pitch. And finally, some good news. It's taken us a while, but it's the bottom of the 5th, and we got a run here. It's funny how so many fans think this is like when USA basketball plays Kenya, that they should just run up the score. I mean, baseball is a much more difficult sport. The 1-1. Outside high, 2-1. This isn't the dream team facing the Generals, and it's not college football on homecoming week. The 2-1 pitch. Swing, blasted. Deep. Going back. On the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lama, ding-dong. A 2-run shot. And the USA locks and rocks. It's 3-1. Holy cow. He went with the fastball right down Main Street. Might have been his cutter, but he's not getting that one back. I think that one came very close to hitting if it didn't bounce off the scoreboard back there. So 3-1 your score. And Alex Bregman stands in, first pitch. Right there for a strike, it's 0-1. They do have it on tonight. They didn't have it last night. 427 feet. That's not the story of that home run. What the story of that home run is, it got out of here in a hurry. Is the 0-2. That ball was well over 100 miles an hour leaving the park. They do not have that on the StatCast right here. Is the 0-2. Swing, rips it down the left field line. If it's fair, it's going to be trouble. It's up against the wall. That's going to get down where the green grass grows, and USA has a 1-out double here in the bottom of the 5th inning. To keep that line moving, here comes Aaron Judge to the plate. Runner at second. 1 out. You have to wonder why they took Victor out of the game, but we'll have to. This guy's last name, by the way, Andre Scrub. That's kind of fitting. Scrub was born in North Carolina at Fort Bragg. So most likely military brat. Most of these players for all the teams are from the States originally. Aaron Judge. Looks like they're not going to let Scrub face Judge. They're like, not putting a scrub in against Aaron Judge. We'll be back in a flash. It's 3-1. Great Britain goes to the pen here in the WBC on a Saturday night in Houston.
So when I was young, I was hella poor, okay? But after years of hard work, I'm no longer young.
I would rather in my hands and clap.
One time, I was at work and we had a new employee, and a couple months later, she added me on Facebook and she came up to me and she said, "Hey, I just realized you're actually kind of not ugly because you wear makeup in your pictures on Facebook." I think about that till this day.
You know, if you ever met me, you'd think I was on medication. But if you ever got to know me, you'd wonder why I'm not.
Who knew that so much of adulting would be spent trying to keep yourself awake during the day and then also trying to get yourself to sleep during the night, all while just slowly getting worse at both?
Paralysis by analysis is such a great way to sum up Mike Schmidt's mentality and, as he called himself, a head case. Paralysis by overanalyzing to a point where you can't perform. You can't get the job done.
And that's the one thing I used to talk to Mike about all the time when he would start thinking about his hitting and all, about not to get too deep with it, just trust his work and his talent.
We're playing at Wrigley Field, and the wind, it had to be blowing 45 miles an hour, blowing out. And he's talking with Danny Ozark. And he says, "Hey, Danny," he says, "don't be afraid to put a hit and run on with me today because it makes me stay in and hit the ball the other way." And I turned around and I said, "Mike, do you see that flag out there? You can hit a ball off your knuckles and it's going to go out. You got to pick another ballpark for a hit and run." As it turned out, he ended up hitting, I think he hit 3 home runs that day. But you're talking about overanalyzing and swinging everything. He felt he needed something to get him motivated and get going.
Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@BravesCountry. Welcome back. Aaron Judge stands in. First pitch swinging. Pops it up high in the sky. And that's going to be an F9 in your scorecard. Benoit is on. 2 down here in the inning now. Runner at second. Alex Bregman standing in scoring position. That'll bring Bryce Harper to the plate. Righty-lefty is Benoit, Donovan Benoit. Tosses a pitch upstairs and gets it smacked down the first base line. It's 0-1. 6'3", 198-pounder. Been in the minor leagues since 2021 is the 0-1 pitch. Kicks and fires. Inside, that ball hit Bryce Harper in the leg. It'll kick away. Appears to be okay. And he'll head on down to first. And the U.S. has runners on first and second. There are 2 outs. That'll bring Will Smith to the plate. So first and second and 2 outs, and here in the bottom of the 5th is Will Smith comes to the dish. The right-handed Benoit trying to put out the fire. The U.S. has scored 3 runs here, all in the 5th inning after trailing 1-0 on a solo shot in the first by Great Britain. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way is in the dirt. Slider away. It's 1-0. Henderson stands on deck, and Anthony's in the hole. So 2 lefties due up. 3-1 your score. The pitch inside. 2-0. I was talking to someone about the lines today about U.S. Their team number is 12.5 is the 2-0. Down and away 3-0. And they were asking me if I thought we would get to that, and I was like, well, it's not that I don't think we have the ability, but remember, if you're leading, you're not going to get that 9th inning. So you have 8 innings to get an extra run that they did not have you out yesterday. Is the 3-0 down and away ball 4, and the bases are loaded now. The pitching coach is going to go out there and talk to Benoit. He takes a quick powwow out there. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Now the umpire's out there to break it up, and he got caught into a conversation. So they must be talking about where they're going to play tonight's poker.
Raise your hand.
Three to 1 your score. United States leads Great Britain. We're here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Gunnar Henderson. Gunnar is 1 for 2 on the day with a single. As he stands in, first pitch on the way. Outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. After Henderson, it would be Roman Anthony if they kept the line moving. Clement and PCA would finish out the bottom of the order, the 1-0. Outside wide, sinker misses. Ball 2, 2-0. He's having a little bit of trouble hitting the zone. 2-0 count. That is a charity strike on the outer edge. That looked like it missed the zone by just a touch. 2-1. That's something last night's umpire was not given. If y'all were with us last night, he was squeezing those kids from Brazil. The 2-1 pitch. In the dirt. Bounces. Good block there behind the plate by Ford. Harry Ford is going to be one of the big prospects. We might see him this year in the major leagues. He came over from the Seattle trade, and if you can imagine why Seattle traded one of their top prospects, well, he's a catcher. And some guy by the name of Cal Raleigh will be plugging that hole for a while. The 3-1 just called another wide strike, 3-2. So a full count. Bases juice, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The runners will be off with the pitch now with the full count. Benoit with his blue glove brings it. Swing! Fouls it down the line. Sinker. Just got a piece of it, and everybody will retreat back to their base. That came in at 97 miles an hour, so he can bring it. He's just been a little all over the place. The payoff pitch. Swing, slaps that down the third base line. Foul, 98 miles an hour. Full count, 2 outs. Bases juiced. Hit them where they ain't, boys. Here comes the pitch from Benoit as he lifts the blue glove. Brings it. Swing, rips it into center field, and that's going to be down for a base hit. 1 run will score. The center fielder, Eaton, fumbles the ball. 2 runs will score. It is 5-1 USA, baby. That ball was scalded by Gunnar Henderson of the Baltimore Orioles. Young shortstop leaps to his feet when he gets to second base, pounds his chest. And now second and third, 2 outs. And Roman Anthony comes to the plate. Clement stands on deck. Now, will they pitch around Anthony being a left-hander, or will they go after the youngster? 5-1 your score. As time is called real quick, everyone will step out and step off. Thank you for spending your Saturday night here with the BCR. WBC baseball. First pitch is another sinker missing outside. It's 1-0. I mean, he's just missing his spot. And maybe he's intentionally doing that. Maybe he's used to guys chasing that. But if he's going to get strikes with that, he's going to have to bring it in with Major League stars. The 1-0 inside. That sinker missed down and in. Ball 2, 2-0. 2-0 count, 5-1 your score. Bottom of the 5th inning. 2 on, 2 out, second and third. The windup, the pitch, down below the knees, good take, ball 3, 3-0. So they may be pitching around Roman Anthony. Clement stands on deck. Kind of like last night, I kind of feel like you're better off just as the 3-0, right down the pipe for a strike, 3-1. He laid it right in there. Anthony is known as a pretty patient hitter, especially for a youngster. He's lucky he didn't take a swack at that one. That was right in his wheelhouse. The 3-1 count. Swing, chops it over the mound, but that should be an easy 6-3. It is, and that'll end the inning. But not for the United States. Puts 5 on the board, baby. You got a nickel on him. We're heading to the 6th inning, leading by 4.
Oh, Mike, don't shut up. Oh, you shut your ass up. Let's go.
Lesbians. While often lumped together, gay men and lesbians have less in common than one might think. I am so sorry we have to meet like this, but I'm sure you can understand as parents the instinct to protect your child.
Yeah, it's what makes me want to punch you in the neck right now.
Enough. I want you and your kids to have a family play date. Maybe if the 4 of you can get along, you can set a better example for your children.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Fine. We'll host, obviously.
Obviously?
Well, I assume you have an unfinished woodworking project at your house.
You've got a lot of nerve.
Yeah, and you've got half a canoe in our living room.
I look forward to your frittata.
Oh, why? Are you visiting us in 2008?
He took the game so seriously. It was almost tunnel vision, so that he had to tune out me, the fans, everything, in order for him to be as good as he felt he should be.
In my opinion, paralysis from analysis, I think analysis and adjustments and the thinking that I did, I think allowed me to become the player that I became. The last half of the season in 1975, I got really hot, and I did hit enough home runs to lead the league. My RBIs were down into the 90s, I believe. That's a pretty good feat in itself.
The following year, Schmidt again got off to a slow start at the plate. This time, it would be veteran teammate Dick Allen who helped him come out of it.
I had been in a really cold spell. It was in mid-April, so fairly early in the season. And Dick Allen, he kept me back in the clubhouse as the team went on the field. And Dick told me, let's have some fun out there. Let's smile more. Let's try to relax. You know, it's just a game. Surely I didn't play the game with that kind of an attitude until that day. I went out there and I hit a home run. And then I hit a home run. And then I hit a home run. And then I hit a home run.
Here's Mike Smith. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. And Mike Smith has drilled his 4th straight home run.
Your home for the classic called Braves. Well, this is a lot better, isn't it? USA leads Great Britain 5-1 after a 5-run explosion by the United States in the bottom of the 5th inning. And looks like Clay Holmes will go back to work after that long rest in the dugout. First pitch on the way. Chop foul, it's 0-1. U.S. is off tomorrow, so they'd be able to deploy their entire bullpen if need be tonight as the 0-1. Misses wide 1-1. That's pretty common in this tournament for teams to play 2 and then be off 2. Or be off 1. Sometimes it's 3 and then 1 is the 1-1 misses high. 2-1. They do that because of the pitching. They want to make sure that none of the pitching staffs get overloaded this early in the season. It's a part of the collective bargaining agreement. The 2-1 count. Swing. Chops it up the middle, and that's going to be a 6-3 put out. Lewis down. Gunnar Henderson, who was the man of the hour just moments ago, flipping it over to Bryce Harper. I don't know if I ever completed that thought last night, but I was starting to say that when this tournament first started, I was worried about Bryce Harper trying to talk guys into coming to Philly in the offseason and whatnot. I'm not worried about that anymore. I think he wants out. Is the first pitch on the way is outside wide for a strike. It's 0-1. High pitch. Very friendly call. The 0-1 after he got into it with Dombrowski in the offseason is the 0-1. Chops it foul. It's 0-2. I think he'd love to get traded away, but I don't think he's going to try to rock the boat like that because he doesn't want to just get bombarded with boos and everything else in Philadelphia with the fans. But I think his agent's going to try to make a move to get him out of there. Pitch is in the dirt. That'll make it 1-2. I've never seen a general manager, I don't believe that I can recall, that would scald his, what is realistically his marquee player in his entire organization and call him not great as the 1-2 way outside misses 2-2. That is just odd. And you've already got him in a long contract, so it's not like you're trying to negotiate as the 2-2. Swing! Just got a piece of it. We'll do it again. And in a market like Philadelphia where the reporters will actually ask the tough questions, that was just wild. I don't know. It almost made you think that Dombrowski was trying to get fired. Or trying to get Harper to demand a trade so he could get him off the books and do something else, whatever he had in mind. Something was awry there. The 2-2. Swing, slices it towards right field, and that'll be a base hit. Eaton, his second hit of the night, hit a solo shot to get the game going here. And it's 1 on, 1 out for Great Britain here in the top of the 6th inning. Not a hard hit ball, but sliced it. Pretty good at bat there, punching it down the line. First pitch on the way. He's right there for a strike to Jazz Chisholm. It's 0-1. Well, that's the thing, Richard, is that Dombrowski's the one that paid him. This is the 0-1 outside wide 1-1. There was a reporter that asked him about something to the effect, it was right after Philadelphia got eliminated, about how a great player like Bryce Harper, blah, 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 and he corrected him as the 1-1 swing. Lifts it down the line. It's 1-2. It was almost like he was trying to motivate him, saying, well, his numbers haven't bared him being a great player last couple of years. But then to me, the next question would be, well, then why did you give him the money if you didn't think he was great, right? You can't win with that argument if you're the general manager. That was there when it all came about. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Sweeper down and in. That thing is filthy tonight. 2 down. Two down here. Good to see you underwater. First pitch up top is a sweeper. For a strike, it's 0-1. Talking about Al Bundy, it's so weird that Al Bundy and Ed O'Neill couldn't be further from each other in real life. The 0-1 pitch. Runner goes. Here comes a throw down to second. It's a pretty good tag attempt. And The shortstop, Henderson, thinks he got him. Now they're going to check the replay here and see if they want to. And DeRosa says he does want to check it. So the throw was up the line, and the catch was made. It was a good tag applied by Henderson. He didn't try to reach back and get him where the bag was. He just tagged him as he was going by. And from the naked eye, he looked like he probably got him, but here comes the replay now. Let me see. Oh, maybe not. I need to see a better look that's not directly behind the shoe. Ah, that is close. If he tagged him the moment he got the ball, and he might have, it's an out. Here comes a better look. They're going to show it. Yeah, if you piece it together, he's out. If you know where his hand was when the ball first came into his glove, and then you see the look down the line, see him tagging the leg immediately, he's out. Now, whether or not they'll overturn it, it surprised me, some of the stuff that Ed O'Neill has said over the years, especially if you look at, I mean, not just Al Bundy, but the character that he played in, was it Modern Family? That's a great character, too. And I was like, man, he's nothing like those characters. Still waiting for the official confirmation on whether or not they got him. It looks like they got him. I mean, it's barely, but it looked like as he got the ball in the glove, he swept, hit his calf, and the left hand had not touched the base yet. And they're taking their sweet time getting this thing straight. They continue to show the replay. And that's it. They're going to finally call him out. That took a long time, but we'll be back in a flash. U.S. will grab the bats. We go to the bottom of the sixth here in H-Town.
You know how I told you I was working on my drinking? Well, I was doing good till I ended up at an Alabama concert. You know, it felt like an exceptional case. You know, are you going to not get tore up at an Alabama concert? Well, I did. I had me just a couple of drinks, and then my tism started kicking in, and I was doing the math on the cost versus the percent alcohol versus how drunk I can get and how cheap, and I still spent $100. But by God, I got tore to plumb pieces worse than a pigeon through a jet engine. I did not drive. By the time I got home, the world was spinning so bad, I just laid down in the yard. But no, for real, I made it a week, and it was an Alabama concert. So, you know, you win some, you lose some.
Everything else was about the boat club, about the team. I mean, 55,000 people showed up, and this was about me. It wasn't about a team. It wasn't about anything. This was about Johnny. And that's what really validated what my career was like. I did the right thing. I played the right way. And, you know, and people appreciated it.
You have done everything with such dignity. A man who has redefined a position.
He was a guy the city could be so proud of during that period of time. And frankly, forever. I mean, people just exult when they think about it.
You have made this day complete. You have made it better than I could have ever written a script for. I thank you so much. My family thanks you. And I'm going to try like hell to play good for you tonight. Thank you.
And in the third inning on Johnny Bench Night, the catcher improbably found a way to deliver on his promise, giving one more lasting memory to the Cincinnati fan.
And now number 5 will step to the plate, and they come to their feet again. There it is, deep to left, Cruz going back, and it's gone! Oh my, a home run for Bench on his night. Look at John, number 389, and this crowd capacity is going
Welcome back. United States leads this one 5-1 as we go to the bottom of the sixth. Another right-hander coming in for Great Britain. Chavez Fernander, who was born in the Bahamas as well. He played his college ball at Polk State in Florida, JUCO. Drafted by the Detroit Tigers in 2018. Never really had much of a professional career in the major league. I mean, in major league or the major league. Is the first pitch is swung on and popped back foul by Clement. It's 0-1. Just out of the reach of Harry Ford. Back there is the backstop. Never had much of a career as not only as a major leaguer, but in the minor leagues in the MLB system. The 0-1. Down and away, 1-1. He is credited with 1/3 of an inning in his major league career with the Detroit Tigers. There's the 1-1 right there for a strike. It's 1-2. And it was a strikeout, so he can hang his hat on that. He struck somebody out in a shiny 0.0 lifetime ERA. The 1-2 count, swing, rips it into left field, and that's down for a base hit. And it's a leadoff single for the good old boys. You know, Fernander, he kind of has the opposite story of what Moonlight Graham had in Field of Dreams, where remember Moonlight Graham got in the game but never got in at bat. And he got to see one batter and he struck him out. Fernander's going to flip it over to first real quick and keep Clement close by. PCA is at the plate, so you could put something on here, especially a bunt. Even if it's a drag bunt attempt, it's going to take a good play to get the speed of PCA. USA 5, Great Britain 1. PCA is 1 for 2 on the night. The pitch on the way is down and in, change up. It's 1-0. If he was a little bit of a better contactor, you put a hit and run on, but one of the biggest problems that he had last year when he went in that horrific slump for the Cubs at the back end of the season is his swing and miss rate was one of the worst in all of baseball. The 1-0, outside wide, 2-0. That was why I was really surprised that they went with him. I was like, yeah, he's got a good glove, man, but you don't get like a 50-man roster. I mean, you got to make these guys count. 5-1 your score. United States leads Great Britain. The 2-0 pitch is in the dirt. 3-0. The 3-0 pitch. Runner goes. P at the knees, but that throw is going to come down to second base, well behind the speedy legs of Clement. And did they call that a ball? Man, that pitch is right in the zone. It looks like they're going to call it a ball, so it won't be a stolen base. There'll be runners on first and second, nobody out, even though they haven't fixed it on the score bug on the mothership. Looked like it hit the bottom of the zone. Kind of hard to tell once they jump up like that. Kyle Schwarber, the batter, righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way is inside for a strike, an inside strike. It's 0-1. One thing I've noticed here, and I don't know if it's because it's not the regular season or if they're just changing it, they got too many complaints. But if you remember the last few years with Fox and their baseball coverage is the 01 in the dirt, they never had a box on the screen. It was like an off color. It would be like a lighter colorization of where the box should be, but it was never defined by, well, I've noticed in the WBC they put the box back up there like they have in most other Bally's, and I'm sure Braves Vision will do it as well. 1-1 misses outside wide, 2-1. Bally's, which turned into FanDuel, and before Bally's, I guess it was, I feel like it was something before Fox Sports, but they've all been doing it for well over a decade. The 2-1 pitch, outside wide, 3-1. Good to see you, Willis. No game tomorrow, Willis, so we'll see. We got a doubleheader on Monday. The 3-1 count. Brings it down below the knees, ball 4. So the bases are loaded. There's nobody out. And coming to the plate is Alex Bregman. And Aaron Judge looms on deck. Fernander has walked 2 and given up a hit. And Alex Bregman, who doubled his last time up, stands at the plate, 1 for 3 on the game. Here's the windup, the first pitch on the way. Pow, right down the heart of the plate for a strike sinker. It's on 1. The 0-1, check swing, went around, 0-2. An 0-2 count. Here, Fernander, if you can somehow get out, strike out Bregman here, do you just plunk Aaron Judge? Man, I'm not giving him one, the 0-2. Check swing, did he go around? Bregman somehow laid off of that. He moved his bat forward, but they said that he held up. USA 5, Great Britain 1. Bottom of the 6th, bases juiced. The 1-2. Swing! That ball's lifted into right field, drifting back, making the catch, and that'll score a run. They'll go third to home and second to third, so we'll have runners on the corners. 1 out, and the 6-1 your lead for the Americans. So Aaron Judge now the batter. Bryce Harper goes to the on-deck circle. Smith in the hole. That was a sinker on the outside part of the plate, and Bregman didn't try to do too much with it. He just punched it to right field, and it scored a run. With nobody out, everybody was cautious on the base paths. 6-1 your score. First pitch on the way to Judge. All rise. In the dirt, it's 1-0. 0 for 3 on the night. Flew out his last time up. You get one of those here, you can make this a 6-run lead. The 1-0 count. Fernander comes set and flips it up there. Swing! That ball's hammered into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Off the wall. 1 run will score. It's 7-1. That's going to be a long single for USA, but the Judge smacks it up against the wall and keeps the line moving. We're up a 6 back here in the bottom of the 6th. That ball was smoked up against the wall. They have kind of like a mini green monster out there. So when it came caroming off the wall like a shot, left fielder out there, Robinson, grabbed it on the one hop barehanded and got into the infield. And Judge had to slam his brakes at first because the runner at second had to spin and dive back to the bag. And that's going to be it for Fernander. He got one out. It's 7-1. We'll be back in a flash. First and second, one out. When we return, Bryce Harper coming to the plate. The chance to break this puppy open.
For about 70 cents, you can buy a can of soda, regular or diet. For about 70 cents, you can also buy a cup of coffee. For about 70 cents, you can buy a pack of gum, plain or sugarless. For
10 cents a day.
You can buy
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
Welcome to Braves Country Radio. We are excited to bring you a brand new season, your home for the classic call of radio baseball.
Seven to 1 your score. Bottom of the sixth here in Houston, Texas. And Great Britain's going back to the pen. Bryce Harper. It'll be Bryce Harper at the plate and Will Smith stands on deck. Henderson in the hole. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for Great Britain. 7 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the United States. First pitch on the way from Miles Langhorne. It's outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. He had a 5.17 ERA last year in the minor leagues. 38 innings. 1-0 from Langhorne. Ball 2-2, and a 22-year-old is Langhorne. 6'4", 215-pounder from Greenwich, Connecticut. Is the 2-0 outside wide 3-0. Played his college ball at Charlotte. He's in the Milwaukee Brewers organization. 3-0 count. Kicks and fires. 4-seam fastball at the knees. 3-1. Harper thought it was a ball. He started to take his leg brace off and head to first, but he'll have to hold up for at least one more pitch. The 3-1 swing, chopper, back up, past the pitcher. It's going to be an underhanded scoop towards the pitcher covering first as the first baseman had grabbed it off balance, and he's not going to get him. It was the throw was late anyways, but it was off target, so the bases are loaded now. There is one out. Ducks all over the pond. Good hustle by Harper. So with the bases juice, the Fresh Prince will come to the plate. Will Smith is 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a flyout. The LA Dodger backstop standing in with the infield back into the left. And the first baseman playing about midway between first and second. First pitch on the way is a cutter. Outside wide, it's 1-0. So they're playing him to pull. And on a double play situation, the first baseman is going to have to break fast to first. 1-0. Down and in for a ball 2-2-0. If Smith just punches it to the right side and keeps it fair, he's going to clear the bases. Because the outfield is back and pretty straight away. Thompson will never get to the ball before as the cutter. Bang foul, it's 2-1. Trace Thompson in right field would never get to the ball in time before Bryce Harper would score. 2-1 count. You got Schwarbs at third, Judge at second, Harper at first. Here's the 2-1 pitch. High and out of the zone, ball 3-1. Standing on deck is Henderson. In the hole is Roman Anthony. U.S. leads at 7-1, looking to pile it on. Here's the windup of the pitch. Swing. That ball's hammered towards left field, and that ball is going to get caught on the run in left field. Schwarb's going to come home to score on the tag up, and it's 8-1 USA. That was a good running catch out there by Robinson, the left fielder. I don't know if he caught that ball or the ball caught him. It's like he got hit by the ball as it smacked near his glove. He was on the dead run and got his glove up at the very last second. The runners at first and second were going halfway. They retreated, so that's where they'll stay. 8-1 your score. Righty-lefty matchup. Gunnar Henderson digs in. First pitch high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. On deck you got Roman Anthony, and then Clement is in the hole. So 6 at the plate, 7 on deck, and 8 in the hole. PCA if the line were to continue to move. 1-0. Drops a cutter right in there for a strike about belt high, fading away. 1-1 count. Brings it, swings, slices it foul, third base side towards the dugout. Do it again. Judge, you got a pretty good jump over there. Eight to 1 your score. 8 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the United States. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors. As the 1-2 fouls it back. 1-2 once again. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors for Great Britain. It all got started with a solo shot by Eaton in the first inning, followed up by Clement scoring on a wild pitch, and then the floodgates open. Kyle Schwarber cranked a 2-run home run. This is all in the 5th inning. There's the 1-2 pitch, swing, dribbles it foul down the first base line. Continuing in that inning, Henderson singled to center, scoring Bregman, and Harper scored on an error. The 1-2, high and out of the zone, 2-2. Here in the 6th inning, Bregman sac fly to right, scoring Clement. Judge singled, scoring PCA, and Smith sack flied Schwarber. Get him on, get him over, get him in. As the cutter misses high, full count. Full count, 2 outs, so the runners will be on the move. The pitch on the way, swing, chops it over to short, and that's going to be a 6-3. No, he's going to beat it out. He is safe. So the bases are juiced. If a team leads by 10 plus runs after 7 innings, or 15 after 5 innings, there'll be a mercy rule. They're taking a look at this to see if he beat it out. They are going to challenge it. Man, that is so close. It looked like his foot hit before the ball actually hit the back of the glove. The ball's got to be in the back of the glove for it to be an actual out. So the call should stand because I don't see enough to overturn it. And they are going to say it's confirmed, it's safe. Sure, Great Britain's like, what the hell? We got to do it before we get blown out over here. So 7 runs. So it's not like they're in danger of getting walked off right now, but keep that in mind. If they go up by 10 in the 7th, it'll be mercy rule. For it to end this inning, it's got to be 15 or more. Well, yeah, 15 or more. I guess in theory they could win by more than 15 if a home run was involved at the end. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball right there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Roman Anthony, 1 for 3 on the day with the single. So they would have to pile on 8 more runs in this inning with 2 outs now to be able to mercy rule in this inning. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. That's not going to happen. The rookie goes down looking silly. We'll be back in a flash. USA leads it by 7 as we go to inning number 7.
So this guy named Marco finally talks his wife into going to Marathon, Florida on a fishing trip for their 20th anniversary. This is the last thing that she wants to do for a wedding anniversary because she's over the whole fishing hobby. But she says, okay. So he's out grabbing bait at the bait store when he gets accosted by this particularly shabby homeless man who says to him, "Sir, can I please have $10 to buy some food? I'm starving." He takes one look at him and he says, "You gonna buy beer with this $10? He says, No, sir, I gave up drinking years ago." "You gonna buy bait with this?" He goes, "No, sir, I don't have time to fish anymore. I'm just trying to stay alive." And he goes, "Are you gonna buy hunting gear with this?" He goes, "Sir, I'm in Marathon, Florida. Where would I even hunt?" "No, I just want to get a burger." So he looks at him and he goes, "I'm gonna do one better for you. I'm going to bring you home with me, and you're going out to a fancy dinner with me and my wife tonight." And he goes, "Sir, won't your wife be furious about this?" He goes, Yeah, she will, but I think it is really, really important that she see what happens to a man who gives up drinking, hunting, and fishing.
Mike Smith has drilled his 4th straight home run.
That turned out to be one hell of a day for me, and in terms of the Phillies, I think we won like 50 out of the next 63 ball games from that day on in 1976.
He'd go on to have another all-star season, and the Phillies would stay hot all summer long, looking to reach the postseason for the first time since the 1950 Whiz Kids. They had a 15-game lead at the end of August, but a slump shrunk it to just 3 by the middle of September. That slump agitated the fans, and no one was free from their wrath.
I remember one time someone was behind me and saying, you know, that Schmidt's wife, boy, is she ugly. And I do believe at that time I was pregnant, which is like hormones are at an all-time high. I mean, people are very cruel when they want to be.
Welcome back. 8-1 your score. United States leads Great Britain as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Great Britain led this game 1-0 on the first at bat of the game. A solo shot by Eaton. They've had just 2 hits since. The floodgates opened up in the 5th inning where the U.S. scored 5 in the 5th and 3 in the 6th. First pitch on the way to start the top of the 7th inning from Bednar coming out of the pen. Big right-hander fires a strike up top. It's a 1-1. High and out of the zone, 1-1. David Bednar was with the Pirates and Yankees last year and had a 2.30 ERA out of the bullpen. This is 1-1. Up there for a strike, it's 1-2. 6'1", 250-pounder out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, drafted by the Padres in 2016. 1-2 count. Outside wide, 2-2. If you're DeRosa, you're probably starting to enter your mind if you want to get some of these guys some work, you got to get them out there now, because if the U.S. skunk rules Great Britain, this could be the last inning. Pitches inside. Full count. Righty-righty matchup. The pitch on the way. Caught, looking strike 3. He got caught watching the paint dry. Sit him down, Joe. My fingers is so. Backwards K, 1 away. Good pitch there on the outer track. First pitch to Murray, swinging, lifts it high, not very deep, into center field, hanging out, underneath it, fair catch. F8 in your scorecard, 1 away. Thank you for the contribution there, Mr. Lung. Two down now, top of the 7th, 8-1 your score. Remember, the 7th inning stretch is coming up next. Get your cheese ready. Righty-lefty matchup. Bednar right there, takes it for a strike. It's 0-1. Bednar brings it. Fastball misses just high out of the zone. 1-1. Got a pinch hitter in for Robinson at the plate. It's Mac Koperniak. Is the 1-1, swats it back foul, 1-2. 6', 208-pounder. And he is actually was born in London. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. We'll head to the 7th inning stretch. Back in a flash here on the BCR. USA leading 8-1. They got a chance to skunk them here in the 7th. Welcome back. Eight to 1 your score, bottom of the 7th inning. 3 runs away from the skunk rule. And Vance Worley. Man, I haven't heard his name in a while. He's coming on to pitch. First pitch on the way to Clement. Down and away for a ball, it's 1-0. Vance Worley. And all around the major leagues. 6'2", 240-pounder. As the 1-0 is in the dirt, ball 2-0. 6'2", 240-pounder out of Sacramento, California. Drafted by the Phillies way back in 2008. And for those of y'all who followed Braves baseball, is the 2-0 high and out of the zone. Sinker bounces to the backstop. It's 3-0. He played with Philly from 2010 to 2012. Then he went to Minnesota and Pittsburgh and Baltimore and came back to Miami in 2017. So he has not been in the league in 8 years. Is it 3-0? Misses high, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. Ernie Clement starting it off with this leadoff walk. And PCA the batter. First pitch on the way is outside wide for a cutter. Cutter for a strike. It's 0-1. I knew it had been a while, but I did not realize it had been since 2017 since I've seen Vance Worley on Major League mound. I must have seen him in the last Classic because I feel like I've seen him much more recent than that. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and lifted into right field. F9 your scorecard. They're going to fire it to first. Clement was almost got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Got back just before he got doubled up. Went away. Leadoff hitter now. Kyle Schwarber coming to the plate. Vance Worley's got like these color-brimmed glasses, a long gold chain, flat brim. I mean, he kind of looks like that. As they're going to flip it to first real quick to keep the runner close by. Ball gets away, but he'll stay at first. Did not get that far away. Kind of looks like that guy in your neighborhood that's still trying to make it as a rapper in his late 40s. I mean, like he's still living the dream. One on, one out. The pitch on the way, high and out of the zone. Kyle Schwarber cranked one his last time up. A 427-foot moonshot into the right field seats. And I mean, that thing got out on a shutter. 1-0 pitch is knuckle curve, snaps inside for a strike. It's 0-1. One count. Swing. Dribbles it through the infield. That ball's going to get under the glove of Jazz Chisholm, and they'll go first and third here with one out. I think they're going to give him a base hit, although most second basemen are coming up with that play to at least knock it down. I don't know, considering who was running, Schwarber, it would have been a close play. Most guys are easily going to be at first, so they'll probably give it a base hit. Runners at the corners, one out, and Alex Bregman now the batter. Bregman Could end it here with one swing. Righty-righty matchup. Pitch on the way. Sinker down below the knees. That's 1-0. Swing and miss. One count. Runners on the corners. One out. Standing on deck is Judge. Pitch, swing, hit high, deep, but plenty foul. Left-hand side. Hits the catwalk and comes down. Dead ball. 1-2. Really makes you wonder why these stadiums are built like this and they build those catwalks. The one in Tampa is ridiculous. Having it hanging over the field of play like that. The one in Tampa is extremely low. The one here at Houston is not quite as bad. The 1-2. Swing! That ball's lifted high and deep into center field. Coming over, making the running catch for out number 2. F8 in your scorecard. The run will come home, and the U.S. takes a 9-1 lead. And now, Aaron Judge could walk it off with one swing. Right-handed Worley. First pitch swinging by Judge as he pounds one foul into the right field side of the seats. It's 0-1. Y'all missed the news earlier. Ozzie Albies hit a 3-run walk-off home run for the Netherlands to beat Nicaragua. They had 2 outs in the 9th inning, runners on second and third. And the first pitch, Ozzie sent it to the right field seats to walk it off. This is high and out of the zone. 1-1. 9-1 your score. U.S. over Great Britain. We're here in the bottom of the 7th. The 1-1 swing, lifts it high into center field. Not very deep. Coming in, making the catch is Eaton, and that'll end the inning. But not before the U.S. puts one more on the board. It's 9-1. We'll go to the 8th here in Braves country.
106 miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? Yeah, I'll come for a couple. Just a couple though, not like last time.
When buying a beer, don't make this mistake. Buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Okay. Let's get it! Hey!
Afternoon, everybody. Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is not...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer. Salute.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. Pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
Yeah. For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
If you want to stop me, you're going to have to kill me!
Welcome back. Can't wait for the season to start so you can see what we're going to be playing during the 8th inning and other times. I'll tell you what, assuming the U.S. makes it, we're going to have to play at least one or two of them next weekend. First pitch on the way is outside wide for a ball. Griffin Jacks is the pitcher for the United States. He's set to face Johnson, the number 6 hitter, Wiley, number 7, and Thompson, number 8. The 1-0 chops it foul. 1-1 count. U.S. leads by 8. Remember, the skunk rule is 10. Now, U.S. would only have one more at bat. Is the 1-1. Chops a foul one, too. I think Great Britain, if nothing else, would like to score a couple of runs here just to avoid the skunk rule. Griffin Jacks kicks and fires, swing and a miss. Nasty sweeper, biting sweeper. We are off tomorrow here on Braves Country Radio, and then we're back at it. It's going to be a full week of Braves Country Radio. Starting with Monday, we got a doubleheader. It's a split twin bill. Braves spring training baseball from 1 to 3 p.m. coming on the air at 12:45. And then we got to get ready for USA versus Mexico. That's the big one in this pool. And that's an 8 o'clock start. And Tuesday night is the first pitch right there. P at the knees, blazing fastball, 97. Good night, Irene. So on 1. This kid just throws effortlessly. He's expected to be the closer in Tampa this year. You can see why. Swing. Cutter bangs it foul, 91 miles an hour. It's on 2. Tuesday night, it's a late start. 8:45 will come on the air. 9 o'clock first pitch. We're taking on Italy. And then Wednesday, it's a double dip. We've got Canada versus Cuba, and then the fun one, Venezuela versus the Dominican Republic, as the 0-2's in the dirt, 1 and 2. That is the Wednesday night game. Thursday night, we're back to Braves baseball against Pittsburgh. We'll see Marcelo Zuna and company. That is a 6 o'clock first pitch. And then the playoffs, the single elimination playoffs, will resume for the WBC Friday night, a doubleheader Saturday, and then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. The 1-2 swing pops it up high in the sky, coming in, making the catch in right field is Aaron Judge. 2 down. Two down. Trace Thompson, the batter. First pitch swinging, bangs it, fouling away. It's 0-1. Inside. Major League Baseball has picked up in popularity in Great Britain the last, say, 30 plus years. Of course, it wasn't a sport of their native land, but they've really picked up. In fact, I've seen as the 1-1 outside wide tune. There are several fan clubs over there in Great Britain that follow specific teams. 2-1. Right there for a strike. 2-2. Most of them follow the teams close by. So in other words, the Yankees, the Red Sox, and whatnot, because it's right on the ball on the 2-2 pitch. Down and away for the count. Much like the National Football League, they really started to catch on to it. There was a guy famously, it was a couple years ago. I don't remember his name, but he was the 3-2 pitch, caught looking strike three. That'll end the inning. Short of it is he quit his job so he could go to the United States and catch a game in every single ballpark in the U.S. And he was going to write a book or something. I know that he was on MLB Network talking about it. He was a school teacher, and he said, to hell with this. I want to go watch baseball. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR. USA 9, Great Britain 1.
Some days you got to wake up and say, I got a fat ass and a good heart. And that's got to count for something. Can I get an amen?
With bated breath. That originated from a Shakespeare play, The Merchant of Venice. Basically it means to wait in suspense. Yeah, so it comes from Shakespeare, like many other sayings.
I remember one of the most awkward experiences of my life, y'all. But it came off kind-hearted, but let me get to the story. It was an elderly brother, man. He gave me advice saying, hey, young brother, hey, I see the work you're putting in around here, man. Don't think it's going overlooked. I need you to keep working. No God gonna bless you. And see, it was all positive. It was all inspirational. But I couldn't take it in because I'm smelling. We on the toilet, y'all. He sat right, he on the stall right next to me, bruh. And he's being encouraging, but he's full-fledged. I can hear it hitting the toilet. I mean, damn, this is relaxed. I couldn't believe how composed and how well-spoken he was while actively releasing the Kraken, man. Yeah, man. But, I mean, I guess it was a good strategy because I remember them words.
One of the real pleasures as the managers, when you know that when you get to the ninth, you can just pick up the phone and say, bring in Mo, and you know that you're going to win the game.
As soon as that first note hits of that song, it's almost a feeling of as if the game's already over.
No pitcher has appeared in more postseason games than Mo, and there's a wide consensus that the Yankees may not have won all of their last 5 championships without him.
Talking with opposition teams, opposition managers, faced him in those Octobers was that he was the biggest signal difference maker on the New York Yankees.
The only man ever to record the final out of 4 fall classics.
The Yankees are back on top. World champions for the 27th time.
He's going to go down as the greatest closer of all time.
I think one of my biggest faults is that when I ask somebody what their name is, I forget to listen to what their name is.
Welcome back. Bryce Harper, the batter, Worley is back out there. He'll fire first pitch, miss for a ball, 1-0, the 1-0. Bender down and in. They checked down the line. Harper did not go. Ball 2, 2-0. The 2-0 count. Inside. 4-seam at the top, 2-1. Tim, he's referring to the 8th inning 8-ball chant that goes on here. As the 2-1 misses high, ball 3-3. It's kind of one of those inside jokes on the channel that if you're not here for it, you'd probably recognize it if you heard it. 3-1 count. Swing. Hammers that foul down the line. Full count. Nine to 1 your score, USA over Great Britain. Bryce Harper digging in. The payoff. Swing lifts it. High into left field. That'll be an easy F7 in your scorecard right away. One up, one down. Will Smith, the batter. I would think Cal Raleigh will probably be back in the lineup on Monday. I don't know if they're going to do every other game with these two catchers or what the game plan is, but first pitch is right there, down below the knees. Good take for a ball. It's 1-0. I'd say they don't want to wear these catchers out this early in the spring, so it's probably a given they're going to be every other. Will Smith with a good night tonight. 2 walks and a base hit. He's 1 for 1. Right there for a strike. Talked about this last night. It's pretty interesting that Ken Griffey Jr. is still over there taking pictures. He's a professional photographer these days. Is the 1-1 pitch. Swing, pops it up high, deep into right field. Towering shot that'll come down. F9 in your scorecard. 2 down. I don't know who I don't know if he's a freelancer or what, but I've seen it before in talking about it. He's just always loved photography, and they show him right next to the dugouts. He's taking field level pictures. I heard people talk about it. So supposedly he's pretty good. You don't normally see guys once they, especially Hall of Famers, you don't normally see them do stuff like this. It's pretty cool to see. First pitch right there to Henderson is right there for a strike. It's on 1. There is no game tomorrow, Jameson. Righty-lefty matchup. We're back at it on Monday. The 0-1 right there for a strike. It's on 2. So an 0-2 count. Doubleheader on Monday. We talked about it earlier. Braves at 1 and USA at 8. The 0-2 pitch, swing, chops it over towards the right field wall. It's going to bounce and digging for 2. Here comes the slide, and it is going to be a 2-out double for Gunnar Henderson. Have yourself a night there, youngster, with 2 outs. Nine to 1 your score. 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th inning. First pitch to Anthony misses for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Sinker down and in, ball 2-2. 2-0 count. USA leads it 9-1. Pitch misses, ball 3-3. High and out of the zone, ball 4, so he'll head on down to first. Jameson, you're asking about the Braves game tomorrow. It's a road game, which means nobody's playing for the Braves side, and they're showing right now is nobody's broadcasting it either. So that's why we decided to not do it. We weren't going to do it anyways because it's a Sunday in spring training. We don't get a lot of Sundays off in the spring. So, but you topple that with the fact that it was a road game and they have been playing nothing but the Glee Club on the road. But it's not being broadcasted. It would be up to Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay's not going to cover it. So 2 on, 2 out. Bottom of the 8th. 2 runs would walk it off here, and Ernie Clement, the batter. First pitch on the way in the dirt, knuckle curve. It's 1-0. No, it's a Tarek Skubal pitcher. I think Paul Skeens could become the best, sure, but Tarek Skubal's the best pitcher right now in baseball. Skeens will probably pitch game 3, I would think, is the 1-0 outside wide 2. And we talked about this earlier. If you're going to get Skeens to pitch, probably in the championship game because you're not going to have Scooble. I would think he's going to pitch Monday, and then is the 2-0 pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? Pitch was in the dirt. He did not. I would think that he's going to pitch Monday, and then that would give you about a week off before you'd use him again in either a semifinal or the final. The 3-0 pitch. Chases one inside, 3-1, bangs it down the line. We'll do it again. Runners at first and second. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely elite. Good young starting pitcher. 3-1 count, inside high, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. But he did win the NL Cy Young, and I'd say, just top to bottom, you got to put him top 5, top 10 right now regardless. Even if it's one of these arguments of one guy to pitch one game for your life kind of thing, I still think he's top 10, even though he's not proven in the big part, in the big moment yet. First pitch on the way to PCA is a swing and a miss. Comes out of the glove with the hind catcher. It's a 1. But I mean, honest engine, if you got one game to win in October right now, I'd be hard pressed not to take Chris Sale. The 0-1 swing, slaps it back foul. It's on the tip. Just because of the grit, and he's been there, he knows how to get through it. But if you're talking about for a full season because of youth and whatnot, I think it's Scooble right now. He's going to get paid. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. But then we forget about some of the guys who were away from the game because of injury. I mean, think about Garrett Cole. Think about Zach Wheeler. I mean, Zach Wheeler was at the top of his game when he got it. He probably wins the Cy Young if he doesn't get hurt last year. They're expecting him to be back sooner than later this year. I thought he would be gone for a while. 1-2. Inside. And that was close. 2-2. So bases are loaded. 2 outs. A 2-2 count. Deuces wild here in the bottom of the 8th. PCA digging in. Worley brings it. Caught looking, strike 3. PCA shows why he is a very big question mark to be on the USA team. We'll be back in a flash. 9-1 your score. We go to the 9th. United States needs 3 outs for win number 2.
I just found out something super exciting. Before you go to any of your holiday meals, guess what? Telling people to f*** off is gluten-free.
AC/DC makes me think of Back in Black, but the battle between AC and DC was full of legitimate, dirty deeds done dirt cheap. The War of the Currents was waged largely between 2 men, Thomas Edison and his former employee, a quirky Serbian immigrant named Nikola Tesla. Tesla was a proponent of alternating current, but Edison had already invested heavily in his direct current system, and had major money backers to answer to. Tesla stormed out, and George Westinghouse, Edison's chief rival, jumped at the chance to buy Tesla's AC patents. After a long and dirty propaganda effort, complete with lawsuits, patent stealing, corporate takeovers, and the invention of the electric chair, the current war was over. Edison had won, except he didn't. Against his wishes, the Edison General Electric Company would wind up adopting alternating current, validating his rival Tesla, and after mergers with the likes of J.P. Morgan, Edison not only lost direct current, but his company dropped his name as well, becoming General Electric. As for Tesla, he died penniless, but his remaining work was seized by the FBI and given for analysis to an MIT scientist named John G. Trump, whose nephew is,
When I was younger, I used to go to concerts and stuff that started at 8 p.m., but now I don't because that is the middle of the night.
I eat like string beans and green peas.
Pasta?
Yeah, I eat some pasta.
Okay.
Yeah, I eat some pasta.
Chicken, steak, all the regular stuff.
Yeah, all
no
the regular.
Seafood though?
Nah, I'm allergic.
At the vet, where the cars were parked, we'd have to walk up this long tunnel and we'd be exposed to the fans. And Mike, he was the lightning rod of everything in Philadelphia. So people said some terrible things.
Back then, ball players parked in a parking lot that was accessible to people. And it was a game every night, how we escaped the park without everybody seeing us. And we would go up some stairs in the boiler room or some crazy stuff. And I think the escape artist in us back then was sort of, what are we going to do tonight?
Welcome back. Keller's going to come on the mound. Brad Keller, the U.S. Yeah, we're talking about at the break at the Yamamoto. Man, he blew me away in October. What he did was insane. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball. Bangs it off the plate. It's 0-1. I have not been that impressed by one pitcher in October since Madison Bumgarner. What Bumgarner did for the entire playoff run in 2014, that's an all-timer. But Yamamoto, man, I will never forget him just going on like no rest and going back there and still being the guy. Is the 1-1. Swing, fouls it back. It's 1-2. 1-2 count. USA 9, Great Britain 1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He'll flip it over to first real quick. U.S. will not cover the spread here. If you took the United States minus 9.5, there's no feasible way for them to do that, being the home team. Even if Great Britain came back and tied or took the lead, they could not win by 9.5. So that you can kick that ticket to the curb. And it's not likely you're going to hit the over. You need, as the first pitch is inside for a ball to eat, and it's 1-0. The 1-0 swing, chops it down the third base line, but plenty foul. You need 6 runs here with 2 outs left in the 9th. And these Great Britain bats have not been impressive. But Eaton has had himself a night. Nate Eaton 3 for 3, including that home run to start it all off. Sinker up top for a strike. It's 1-2. Misses 2-2. He's still in the Boston Red Sox organization. 2-2 pitch, swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Past first base. Very shallow right field. Bryce Harper, F3 in your scorecard, will make the play, 2 down. So down to their last out. It'll be Jazz Chisholm. Jazz 0 for 3 on the night. First pitch, slider. This is outside wide. It's 1-0. 1-0. Pops it back foul, 4-seam fastball. Keller's bringing it. 1-1. USA off tomorrow, and the Braves are not being televised anywhere tomorrow, so we're off. We're going to bring you a doubleheader Monday, 1 p.m. Come on the air at 12:45 is the 1-1 outside wide, 2-1. Monday night, USA versus Mexico, and that's the big one. You win that one, and you're going to be the 1 seed coming out of the bracket. Is the 2-1 misses high ball, 3-1. 3-1 count. Keller comes set and swing. That ball's banged foul. We'll do it again. The 3-1 pitch, 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Keller takes the Great Britain team down 1-2-3, and USA wins. USA wins. The USA wins. Whiskey for my men, beer for my horses. United States, 9 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. Great Britain, 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors. Game ball. I think we got to give it to Kyle Schwarber, that 2-run shot that really broke it USA's way, and we never looked back. We'll see you Monday at 12:45 for the Braves versus the Twins, and then Monday night, USA versus Mexico for what will be the battle for the 1 seed here in Pool B. Y'all have a great night. And how about that USA team?
Goodbye, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.